Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh and sizzling news all day long. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell so that you can be the first person to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Help us grow this channel by giving this video a massive thumbs up so that it gets recommended to other YouTube viewers all around the world as well. Lastly, please leave your opinions in the comment section below. Without further ado, let's delve right into the details of today's news. Tinubu's SGF, Chief of Staff at daggers drawn over control of multi-billion naira NDDC, as presidency shut down Ministry of Niger Delta. Reports reaching a newsroom indicates that President Tinubu's secretary to the government of the Federation, George Akume, and Chief of Staff Femi Gbajabiamila are on warpath over who controls the money spinning NDDC. This follows the reported scrapping of the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The reported scrapping is gaining ground due to non-attachment of any minister to the ministry. According to Newsroom Nigeria, the presidential directive on the transfer of NDDC to the presidency has generated a frosty relationship between the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF, Senator George Akume, and Chief of Staff, COS, to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila. Akume and Gbajabiamila are said to be at each other's throats over whose office would control and supervise the development agency in the presidency. NDDC was under the supervision of the SGF before it was moved to the ministry by former President Muhammadu Buhari in 2019. A source who hinted at the acrimony between Akume and Gbajabiamila over the management of NDDC within the presidency said, and I quote, "Even before NDDC lands in the presidency, the SGF, Akume, and COS to the President Gbajabiamila are already at war over whose office would manage the commission within the presidency." The war between the two top officials of the presidency is intense and severe. Two of them are muttering their contacts to prevail on and get the nod of Mr. President to be in charge of the agency, which is regarded as a cash cow and a veritable platform for self-enrichment. Ordinarily, the agency should have moved without let or hindrance to the office of SGF, because that was where it was before. It was taken to the ministry by former President Muhammadu Buhari in 2019, but the interest of all-powerful COS, Gbajabiamila, has altered the permutations. Gbajabiamila, who is the head of a new cabal in the villa, is interested in having everything under his control, and with his closeness to Mr. President, is always having his way. However, Special Advisor on Media and Publicity to the President, Mr. Ajuri Ngelale, said the government was in the process of taking shape and cautioned against speculation. Federal administration is an evolving concern. I think we should allow the government to fully form following the swearing in of the ministers before we run to any conclusions about the future of any particular ministry or parastatal. I have not been briefed About any purported movement or placement of agencies, we should not seek to create false impressions of rivalry or conflict within government. Media should rightly report on real development. It can afford to avoid the temptation of manufacturing angles to report on. It said, what do you think about all of this? It's not news. It's not something new that, people always want to get assignments that they know that, they can benefit the most from. For example, that is why the president, Buhari and now Tinubu, did not give the minister, the position of the Minister of Petroleum to anybody. That is why they are now running the show themselves. Because in the past, we've seen that all these juicy positions, have been solely exploited, to enrich the politicians, to enrich themselves, and at the end of the day, people who are supposed to benefit, the normal average Nigerian citizens who are supposed to benefit from having people, who run things in that ministry, people don't. The people who are in charge, the ministers, are the ones who benefit the most. Now, Bajabiamila and Akume, they are now at each other's neck, all because, they want to be in charge of the NDDC. They want to be the one running things since there's no Ministry of Niger Delta anymore. You guys, before we go, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online from people. Joseph Oji says, I think Nigeria has been cursed by whatever thing, because those in power keep making the blood of average Nigerians to rise. What a hopeless country. It's very hopeless, because when you read the news daily, it's just like, God, when are we going to be happy reading news in this country? When are you going to do it for Nigeria? Just like the way you've done it for US and UK. Kayode says, and funny enough, none of them is from Niger Delta. Abio, exactly what I thought. And none of their portfolio is relevant to the agency. George says, Ministry of Niger Delta should not be scrapped. Federal government should look for honest and responsible Delta minister for the development of the area. Lastly, let's take the last comment from Mazi. If not for greed and aggrandizement, what else could be their interest? What else? So tell me, my people, what else could be their interest if not for greed and aggrandizement? These people just want to enrich their pockets. People are going into public office not to serve, but to serve themselves, to get the most out of that office, to enrich themselves, to get the most money. That is what people are going there to do. My people, let me have your opinions in the comment section. Let's continue this conversation over there. Thank you very much for always listening and watching. I will see you in my next video. I love you all. Bye for now.